What's up, y'all? And welcome to the Boys Will Be Boys in Her channel. Be sure to like and subscribe to the pod. Episode 1 titled In the Field. Tune in. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Boys Will Be Boys in Her pod. It's our first episode. I'm your host, Jalen, coming out of the Bronx.
Yeah, I'm Ant. I'm out from the Lower East Side.
J to the old man Swami from the BX.
It's Brittany, aka Brit Brad, coming from Brooklyn.
It's Brittany, bitch.
Yeah, we about to talk about what the city said, man. Y'all was here for that snowstorm, wasn't y'all?
For a fact, bro.
I was actually in Bahamas.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wow.
His birthday.
That's amazing because everybody else was out here
Struggling.
Stop.
big struggle.
Wait. What was it? It was his birthday?
Yeah.
So who paid? You or him? You paid for his own self to go out there, or you paid for him?
We do 50-50.
That's fair.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's fair.
I'm big on the 50-50.
Yeah,
So
even for my birthday.
all the ladies out there, if you was with me, 50-50.
But back to the snowstorm, bro. So, yo, do y'all feel like this one was worse than the last snowstorm back in January?
Heck yeah.
Was you here for the one in January, or it just was?
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This last one, I ain't really have to shovel my car out. It was just like, let that snow melt. But that first one, sheesh, took me a little while to get my car
You
out.
left your
Really.
car.
No.
You left your car.
Yeah, I did leave my car, but still, I mean, it was in the parking spot for about like a week.
Now, but I did the same thing. Like, I mean, I was posting my shit because y'all know I got my little Acura. My Acura wasn't making it in that first snowstorm. I had to get my mom's work. So Brittany, so I drive like a regular sedan. My mom has a SUV.
Oh, she got a big boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my car was left there for like 4 or 5 days. So you know that first snowstorm, sanitation wasn't sanitizing. Yeah. So by the time I got to the,
I'm gonna be honest with you, sanitation. I mean, I don't know if it was y'all, but like, they ain't do nothing.
Yeah.
but that second snow, I think they did much better though. On the
Yeah,
ground. The
definitely.
second, they were paying people $30 an hour. Like they was getting after it. They was
I'm
getting
about to
after
go
it.
work for them.
Nah, for
I,
sure, they
I think
wasn't prepared.
what was best, like for this one, like the mayor, he basically told everybody not to be on the road. That's what it gave everybody a chance. Like sanitation was, and they had a chance to just clear it. It was because there was nobody on the road. You feel me? So.
I mean, again, speak for yourself. I'm in Yonkers, so Yonkers was terrible the first time and terrible the second time.
Oh yeah,
That's a little different. Like, you know, the city, we get rid of our stuff. We get rid of our stuff.
I actually got a ticket in Yonkers, Brittany, for like where I parked up on my street. Like like let's imagine 42nd and 2nd. Like it's a long Manhattan block.
Yeah.
So by where I live at, that block, I'm not gonna say the name of it, but that block is extended. So like I came outside right before work, like 15 cars down the whole road got tickets because we didn't move. It's called it's parking. It was a state of emergency. That's where like the snow plows are supposed to like push the snow. That's a crazy ticket, bro. $100. I don't think anybody outside the city heard of it.
I work from home, so I don't have those problems.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
But I mean, I guess like what I wanted to really bring up about the snowstorm was, did y'all see like those YNs, like what they were doing, like crashing out basically at malls?
Those YNs, when they was taking over the malls, like, that was just insane to see because they was just wilding.
Like, why were they even doing that? Like, I'm confused.
This happened before though. This wasn't the first time they did this.
Oh no, it was like this is like the second or third time, right?
Like they just be doing it like just randomly, like takeovers.
I think they need ass whooping.
That's a big fact.
Like
all the parents out
like
there.
all jokes aside.
Bring it
So,
back.
I mean, my daughter's about to be 13, so luckily, as a nurse, just hang around that type of crowd. God willing, it would never happen. But I can't imagine going on. It's late at night. You in your crib. You just got up doing the double. You in bed. You scrolling on TikTok, and you see your son throwing a chair in the Bay Plaza Mall. Like that's crazy work. Like I can't even imagine. Like that's just crazy.
You know they started putting like you going to be 18 and older or something like that.
Oh, where?
The mall by me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Keys
where?
Plaza Mall in
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
Oh no, that's the hood though. The King's
Bay Plaza.
That's much of Brooklyn. That's much.
I didn't know he was out there. That's the hood.
Yeah, Bay Plaza, they actually did the same thing.
What?
Yeah.
They
I don't
did?
know if yeah, they.
You know what's crazy? So I didn't know the takeover was there, and the next day I went to that mall just because.
To be honest.
Like, it was mad cops, and they're like, "Yo, why so many cops here?" And then I looked, I was like, oh snap, this is where it was. I was like, oh, they wildin'.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
But yeah, parents, ass whoopings. Like I'm not big on the ass whooping for everything, but when something puts you in danger, I'm big on the ass whooping. And you get involved with the police, ass whooping.
Speaking of that, so what do you think about YNs throwing snowballs? Let me not even say YNs because some of them was actually grown ass
men.
adults.
Wait, what they was? When they was throwing snowballs at the cops.
Yeah, what do you think about that, really?
I thought they was playing around with them. No.
Well, hold on.
Joel, you. They wasn't playing around.
This was a group discussion in the group chat. For real.
Heated discussion. You couldn't tell I was upset with you.
Because one, it was they basically side talk. They announced like a snowball fight in Washington. Washington Square Park. So everybody went to throw snowballs because it's about to be lit. We about to be on TV or whatever. What it technically be, right? So they're throwing snowballs, and I guess somebody, the neighbors, they said something like, "Oh, like there's kids downstairs, come get them." To the cops.
I mean, that's what the public assumes would happen, but it actually was like a big rave, and they was hitting random people, destroying some of the property in the park.
They started wilding.
They was going crazy.
Oh, I didn't know
so
that.
the cops was called. They was called to shut it down, and that led to the events that happened later, where the cops was pelted with the snow and stuff like that.
It's snow.
It's water.
Me and Jordan's take is a little bit different, but I truly don't believe anybody signs up to be getting hit with. Even if it is snow, like there's a reason why when you was like getting dismissed from school and you have a snowball fight, why I was ending the fight, because eventually nobody doesn't want to get hit in the face.
That's true.
Like that's just eventually it comes down to like I'm not a clown. I don't get paid for entertainment. You just help me with snow.
Exactly. And not only that, but just like getting hit in your face with ice is crazy.
That's two different things though. Like
I feel
they're
like
supposed to be throwing snow.
Yeah, like if people take it too far, then you have every right to be like, y'all doing too much, But if it's simply like kids, if kids are like really like on something just playing around and stuff like that with the community, that's fine. But you do have those kids that take it too far.
And again, some of these wasn't kids, bro. Some of these was grown ass men. Like, go get them. They was paying $30 an hour to shovel snow. Well, why you throwing snow at me, my boy? Y'all getting that? Go clean up the snow.
Get out the way.
Get out the
They
way.
were having a snow. Wait. I mean, but I understand. Like, I'm gonna have empathy for everybody, but especially police. But I think if they're having a snowball fight, you come and try to shut it down. It's not gonna get shut down, right? Move out the way.
Nah, I mean, but that's a little different, cause like, don't get me wrong. On the flip side, if I had it my way, and as a kid we could have had like snowball fights that was like huge like that, that would have been amazing.
Yeah, I've never had.
That would have been amazing. But once it get to the point where you like pelting snow, like ice balls at like police officers' faces, like I said, there's certain things where you get yourself in trouble, in more trouble when you do certain things. And dealing with the police, you should not be doing that.
I don't even think it goes to the point of throwing the ice at police officers. Like that's obviously like 10, 15 years ago, you wouldn't even dare throw a snowball at a police officer. You wouldn't even take it that far. But I just think it even goes to throwing snow at certain or ice at people, regular people that's in the park just chilling. Like everybody doesn't know what sidewalk talk is, and there's no where. Like they outside, they having a party. Like, they don't know what that is. Like even if it's like in the summertime, it's dead hot. They outside with the bazookas. Sometimes you don't want to get sprayed. Sometimes when you're walking by, like I get it, y'all having fun, but you don't own the block, you don't own the park. They just
so when they do the water balloon fight, there's nothing nobody ever says about that. It's water.
That's not true, bro. Like there be people on Twitter like, why you hitting me with that?
But I haven't seen anything cause I told they did a water balloon fight. They always do a water balloon fight during the summer.
But just because you don't hear about it on social media doesn't mean it's not happening. Like if you get Brittany, you just get your hair done, you remember together by Harlem. You're gonna be that's how, and it's your boy Corey might have to smack somebody, right? Like that's what's up. Like
she wouldn't be at Washington State Park, like Square Park. She wouldn't be there.
Some people are, but some people work in that area.
Some people
that's a big part.
Some people might go for a walk or picnic or something like that. Like
it's a big part, and you can see them throwing snowballs. Why would you keep walking?
People be doing that, right? But I feel like it should have just been, if it was an organized event, it should have just been a certain area for that.
All I'm saying is, right, even if you say with the water balloons or even snowball fights that you had as a kid, you knew for a fact not to throw that shit at the police.
That's that part.
That too. Especially in somebody's face.
You know
Like even if I'm playing, even if I was there and I'm playing, I would be tight if a snowball got thrown in my face. Even if it's just snow, water, whatever, I still would be tight. I ain't gonna front.
Now, speaking of getting hit in the face, we're going to switch it to the City Said Well segment where they reintroduce trending topics going on the weekend. So some of us will be getting hit in the face within the next couple of weeks. Pause. It's going to be your man, Money Mayweather, coming out of retirement.
Yes.
47 years old. That's not crazy. So they don't know Mayweather, unretired. He's coming back, 50-0 records being put on the line. But first, he's going to be fighting Mike Tyson, and then he's going to be fighting Pacquiao. What's your thoughts on that, Jordan?
I'm gonna be honest with you. This whole segment, we going to like this is the what's beef segment basically. And when it comes to Mayweather coming back, like I don't know. There's rumors saying that there's rumors talking about he coming back because he going broke. I don't know. I can't talk about him being broke because his type of broke is a little different from like my type of broke.
And that's a fact. So what I really think it comes down to when you mention going broke is he has more money going out than he has coming in. I think that's really what it is. Like his overhead's becoming, he doesn't have any money coming in, and he's spending all the money. So before the show started, we looked up his earnings, me and Brittany, and his purse. Over his career, he has a $1 billion earnings, which is crazy. Now, can someone blow through $1 billion in their lifetime?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I think
clearly, that's why we're in this situation right now.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying?
And that's how you know it's a recession. That's an indicator right there.
Yeah, it is a perfect
going
indicator.
Back to work. What is he? You said he's 50-0 or 48?
He's 50-0, but he's turning 48.
Oh, he's turning 48. Well, he's gonna beat the bricks off Mike Tyson.
You think so?
He couldn't. He barely stood up against Jake Paul.
Yeah, he definitely gonna beat Mike Tyson. And then
Paul.
you can line Pacquiao up too. He's getting knocked
He's packing both of them up.
I mean, he's probably not getting knocked out, but he definitely.
You know, now Pacquiao, I'm pretty sure stayed in phenomenal shape. Now I'm pretty sure Floyd is too, but
Floyd fights every day.
I mean, I don't know if that to be true.
Floyd fights every day. I'm telling you, he's in the gym every day.
That's your man.
He's fighting reading them books because clearly he didn't need to participate.
That's crazy. The Floyd disrespect, we gonna stop it right there. We just gonna move on to another person who be disrespecting Floyd when it comes to reading. Let's talk about 50 Cent versus T.I.
Please, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about one of New York's greats versus supposedly the king of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Who y'all got?
So Brittany, me and Jordan was having this conversation yesterday. I don't want to say it was heated, but sometimes Jordan just be talking. Jordan. Jordan is legit like 50 Cent of the group chat. He is legit the definition of a troll.
He just like talking.
Yeah, like he legit is just like at times he just be talking. But
I'm gonna be honest with you, when you spit facts, people don't like that.
So only real fact I have when it comes to the matter is that 50 Cent is a known troll, and this all basically started because T.I. was agreed to do
the verses.
Allegedly, T.I. spoke to 50 Cent about doing the verses, and what he understood was we're gonna do the verses at some point. Like I'm gonna start talking, whatever the case may be, and we're gonna do it. 50 Cent is basically like, yo, bro, like I ain't doing that. We're not on that type of time. Like I don't fuck with you. Which of course, it's just 50. Like if that's you, like if I don't fuck with you, I want you to know, like I don't rock with you. You're not my man. Which is all well and good. You know what I'm saying? But now T.I. was like, what? Like, and I get T.I.'s point too because when you get into being in the verses and with T.I.'s perspective, I think he feels that New York dudes always try to clown Atlanta as when it comes to like the rap circle. He always feels like New York tries to like shit on Atlanta. Which two things can be true.
Yeah, two things.
For sure, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely think when you talk about the verses, I think T.I. could hold his ground against 50.
I'm going to be honest with you. I disagree with that wholeheartedly. First off, I think it's levels to it, all right? When it comes down to, like, don't get me wrong, T.I. is great in his own right. His catalog is amazing.
He is the king of the
But
South.
people also overrate that catalog, to be honest with you.
Overrated is
Because
crazy.
I'm going to be honest with you, 50 Cent, just off Get Rich or Die Trying, he wiping that T.I. catalog
Remember,
down.
and we know Jordan is biased because he went to the 50 Cent concert, full bulletproof vest and do it.
And I'm gonna front. I went to the 50 Cent concert too.
And it was lit. It was lit. It was lit.
But T.I., he could go against 50.
I don't think so. To me, I just think it's levels. Like I think when it comes down to verses, you also gotta be like aware that there are tiers. There are tiers
T.I. on that you think 50 Cent has above him?
I think 50 Cent, like, T.I. was great and T.I is great, but he ain't never have it where like he was ever like, yo, boom, T.I is the wave in the game. 50 Cent had an era where he was the wave in the game.
So did T.I.
No.
T.I. put Atlanta on the map.
T.I didn't put Atlanta on the map.
I said he had one where he was like, yo,
he was a part.
It was that movie.
He was in a movie that year.
Hold on, exactly. Yeah.
T.I.
side by side with Denzel Washington in the movie.
But what I'm saying to you is T.I. is a part of the Atlanta wave. But Jay-Z said it best when he said like, yo, y'all gotta get to it right now because there's a hurricane coming named 50 Cent, and he came and conquered. Had a whole span era where he was that guy, and T.I was a part of the Atlanta wave. He never was like, oh yeah, T.I is the one out of Atlanta that's really doing it.
I solely disagree with you. Like, it's not even funny.
Bro, we got Luda, we got Nelly. We got Outkast.
Nelly's like from the South. Nelly's like St. Louis.
That's the South, bro.
Not Atlanta though. You said.
I mean, I'm just saying that's the South. Like if you saying all right. So if we only talking about Atlanta only, you got Luda, you got Outkast.
But Luda had his moment before T.I. though.
Talk to school and break. You know.
But what I'm saying is that Luda, yes, his moment where he was the guy was like he had his own era. But he still was making noise when T.I was coming up. You still had people like Young Jeezy. You still had people like Outkast. No.
I feel like when T.I came out, it was
T.I.
Nah.
Like even Outkast was slightly different because Outkast, we all know Outkast is like a laid back group. Like they wasn't about being in a line because they were just different.
You talking about like rap?
Yeah,
it's a different
exactly.
vibe.
It was different.
But it still was theirs. Like they're the ones winning the awards from Atlanta.
No, for sure. They definitely held that down. But when you talk about
like, don't get me wrong, he called himself like he's the self-proclaimed king of Atlanta,
which is fine. Like what Pop Smoke said, I'm the king of New York. Mellow. You could put it's rap. Like, you're self-proclaimed. It's like all you want. That's what I'm saying.
But when Pop was spitting that, who else from New York was really doing
Boogie? 100%. A Boogie was more popular than Pop Smoke.
No disrespect.
100%.
A Boogie was Boogity washed when
it was time for
I ain't
gonna digress, but he's talking crazy. That's crazy.
He just like talking.
I'm just saying, A Boogie had his era when he first came out, but and that's why you say nah because that's old A Boogie.
That's not
Pop Smoke era A Boogie.
Yo, bro, when you look at it, the bottom line is when you look at T.I and 50 Cent, I think they're both moguls in their own right. That's one.
No, that's true.
And they both withstood the test of time. And we was talking like you and Ant swear the new T.I song is trash. I think it's one of the best songs out there.
I'm not saying that it's trash.
Paul, you're on the podcast.
I'm not saying that it's trash.
I heard it, but I gotta hear it again.
Like he got Pharrell on the beat. I think that song was phenomenal.
It is a pretty good song, right? It is a pretty good song. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Big Rich Town is getting that song out of here. Big Rich Town is getting that song out of here.
The one thing I did, that song was almost a decade old. When you look at it now, 50 is not getting in the booth with T.I.
What's the song with Pharrell? What's it called?
Yeah.
He's simply not.
T.I. shouldn't even be in the booth by himself.
Yeah.
Oh, the thing he stole from the Cavs?
What's that? What you
The Cavs slogan is "Let me know."
Oh, is it really?
Every time Donovan Mitchell's gonna play, he starts the game, he posts that, he tweet that.
Oh, yeah.
But what I'm saying to you is like T.I. really shouldn't be on tracks. Like a lot of his stuff is like kind of outdated. It sounds good. It sounds good for like what he doing right now.
Play it for like a quick second.
Yeah, it sounds good for what he doing right now, but.
I think that Jordan is, like I said, him and Britney are extremely biased because Jordan, like when
T.I.'s
50 Cent had his brief residency in the Barclay. Jordan was you would have thought he had a date with a dime.
Did we go the same day?
Look,
right?
Yeah, we did. But this is all I gotta say, right? When it comes down to it, right? I love T.I. I love T.I. work. I love T.I. work, and like I'm a big fan of ATL. I done watched that movie probably like 500 times. But when it comes down to it, musically, I'm going to listen to the old 50 before I listen to the old T.I.
Yeah, beat.
Just a quick snippet, so they won't kick us off. It gotta be less than 10 seconds.
No, I think you give him 15.
15? Alright.
I might have to give him 30.
Let's get it.
You just hear the beat though in the snare?
The beat hard.
No, yeah, the beat.
Crazy, bro.
The beat goes crazy.
Okay.
This is a vibe.
Okay.
Bro. It's old T.I. It's vintage T.I. It's urban legend T.I. right here. That's urban
When
legend
last time
T.I.
50 Cent dropped a song?
He's
That's
not
what I'm
going
saying.
to.
That's what I'm saying, but he doesn't have to though.
You don't have to be making money.
It's a new
movies.
It's a new
Russian.
era. His probably real last song was probably that BMF song. I'm gonna be honest, but
Okay.
I mean, he might have dropped something in between it that we don't really, really know. Cause I don't keep track of 50 Cent music. I'm not subscribed to Spotify. I'm gonna keep it 100.
But
T.I. I definitely subscribe.
now I'm gonna just be honest with you. Even like 50 later stuff that's probably like over a decade old, I'm still seeing this wiping this stuff down. Like look at his song with Chris Brown, I'm the Man. Well, that's a remix.
That's
But still,
like hello.
but it's still wiping down all this new T.I.
But even when you dig now, let's dig deep into the beef because now you got King Harris, his son, coming into the beef, and his son is talking real spicy. Which, granted, I get because T.I. started posted a picture of Tiny, which say what you know, some people don't find her attractive. It is what it is. At the end of the day, that's the man's wife, you know. And one thing people say with battles is don't mention the wife for the kids. And once you do that, that's when things always take a other turn. 100%. And regardless of how you feel about T.I., we both know, we all know he got a couple felonies on his record for a reason. He's not one to play with. And the same goes for 50 Cent, which is where none of us want to see. None of us want to see this end with one of them going to jail.
For sure. No violence.
100%. But you see where his son is trying to take it, and his son is taking posted a picture of his mom looks dead, whatever the case may be. You mean his mom? He posted a picture with his dead mom's. Like it's getting to the
Who
point.
did that?
His son.
Oh,
No, boy, you gotta follow
King?
him.
Yeah, King.
Yeah, that's King. Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's crazy.
I don't agree with talking about anybody's dead family members, but
Don't post a picture of my. Don't post
but
my mom.
I understand you
Don't post
talking
my
about his
100%.
mom, so
100%.
like he got all rights to defend and do what he doing.
We all here got moms here. Like when you
I would
mention
say
mom,
that
I'm not-
Damani, if anybody got the best track, his track is better than T.I. His track is better than King's.
So I'm not sure if you heard that they all made a diss track about it. We can't play.
I heard
Yeah, but all this was solid. To be honest with you.
I know Harris. She just like.
Yeah. I didn't hear it, but I know she did. It was fine.
Yeah, it was cute.
Yeah, but now it's getting to a point where the whole family is coming out, and the thing where you can say about this is it's not for show. Like T.I. had the Family Hustle TV show.
Mm-hmm.
We all know how serious he takes his family. That's one thing where say what you want. He's a Southern dude for the show. He's about his family, and I think that's where 50 Cent kinda. Because we all know you can't be 50 Cent and trolling. I don't care who you are when it comes to trolling. 50 Cent will always out troll you and do something where you're like, yo, bro. It's like there's some people who subscribe to his Twitter just to see what 50 Cent posts because you know it's going to be funny. So T.I. can't do that. But he can get in the booth, he can say something, and we all know T.I. is no punk. He's not scared of him. You know what I'm saying? So I think my biggest thing is where I don't want to see this get to a point where they result to violence, which I don't think it would because neither one of them, they are both moguls, like I said.
Too much money is at play for them to try to mess that up, just to get into any beef or violence with each other at this point.
50 just be doing anything because he also came from Beyonce mother.
Oh, he's
hold on. He addressed that. He ain't really come from Mama Knowles, but he just said she got she gotta mind her business. That's what he said. He just gotta mind her business.
Yo, stupid. So yeah, when you talk about it, you're looking at two individuals who, like I said, neither of us want to see it get to that far. But unfortunately, like I said, and the funny thing is, like, I don't know who's the person who could call 50 and say, yo, chill out. I don't think there's anybody who could do that. Maybe Dre, maybe M.
The only one I would say is probably Eminem.
And do you think M is really making that phone call?
And M probably not gonna make that phone call, cause M probably the one who be like, yo, what's up? Whatever you like, yo, let's
but
get
I
it.
feel like even if he call 50 to chill out, Tony Ayo gonna be a 50. Yeah, like nah.
He ain't gonna what Tony Ayo and Ja Rule did on the airplane.
But the thing is, like, Tony Ayo could say something to 50, but it's not gonna hit like that, cause like Tony Ayo is just like, that's his boy, but it's kind of like Lil Bro. Even if I'm not sure if he's older or younger than 50, but it's kind of like little bro, so he ain't really got the juice like that. It gotta come from
That's
him.
what I'm saying. I think it's
Anything
either,
gonna
and
come
the
down.
same thing goes for T.I. Like, who's the mogul that's gonna call T.I. Like, yo, chill out?
I mean, there's a couple people that I feel
Like, I don't think
T.I.
he's that cool with Jay, to be honest with you. So, and I know 50
Yeah.
ain't listening to Jay for damn sure. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
So there's nobody to even, I think, mediate this beef to where it doesn't escalate, because like we were saying, like once you mention someone's mom being tiny, like gloves come off and there's no chill. Especially, I think T.I.'s put in a position where once your kids start mentioning something, now you gotta show face, because I think, yo, I'm a man, I'm a father.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like he probably went to his sons like, yo, y'all better speak up for your mama.
He might have did that. But I also think the way they was raised, that he didn't have to.
I watched
That's
the
true,
family
that's
show.
true, that's
I
true.
don't think he went to them. I think
They get on, like they
was doing some type of like, nah.
which is like, and I don't think there's nothing. Huh, baby?
I said they was on time.
Yeah, which I don't think, again, like I said, we all got moms here. I think anybody you come on my place like that, I think, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Speaking of on timing, we gonna move on to Team USA hockey versus Trump. That's another beef we talked about.
Shout out Team USA hockey team, man. Both the women and the men, man, for winning the championship. Bring that home.
Big
What's
W.
the
First
hockey
one.
for?
Big
it's actually a great
W.
question.
First
Brittany.
one since 1980, I think, or
Yeah,
1990.
so to answer your question, Brittany, because I want you to know how much these two right here don't fuck with me. Because they definitely went to a couple hockey games. You think I got it right?
Oh,
He definitely did.
he definitely got invited.
Oh.
Nah, don't let this man troll like that. He definitely got invited.
I got the receipts.
You didn't get invited. I went to my first hockey game,
How
y'all,
was it?
with my boyfriend. It was not fun.
Yo, hold on, Corey, bro. Like, yo, Corey, you doing too much, bro. You doing Bahamas. Corey doing a lot, bro. Corey not playing out here, bro.
You gotta spoil your man back.
I hear that, but when you look at the beef, bro, like they said, shout out to Team USA for getting the gold. So for those who don't know, Team USA, men and women, both won gold medal during this year's Olympics. And the men's team accepted the invitation. Essentially, the men's team accepted the invitation to the White House. The woman declined for reasons that I'm pretty sure we all are aware of. And so my question to you is, at what point do you put the sports always trump your pride? And if you feel like you support the president, or you don't, you may just respect the White House itself and say, okay, I'm accepting the invitation.
It's tricky. It's tricky. I think me myself, like I've always wanted. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I like to travel, so I've always wanted to go to these iconic places and visit them. Right? I've always wanted to go to the White House and visit and go inside. Like I've been outside a couple times, but like to go inside, that would be great.
It's nice.
But I wouldn't want to do it if Trump was there. Honestly, if Trump was there, I wouldn't want to do it.
And for myself, so I struggle with the notion, because my aunt, Aunt knows and Jordan may know, Brittany, I don't know if you know, but my aunt ran for the Olympics for Puerto Rico.
Oh wow.
She ran in the 04 Olympics in Athens. So I think about that daily when some of these topics come to mind, because I know how much my aunt bust her ass to get that far. And when you get to the pinnacle of the Olympics we're talking about, this is the cream of the crop. This is the Olympics. I don't care what anybody says, even some people don't like hockey, who cares, it's women's hockey. It's the Olympics. I don't care if you're Olympic at archery, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? So, and I struggle with the idea, because when you look at like my aunt who bust her ass to get to the Olympics, and you want to represent Puerto Rico, and you want to win that gold medal and go back to the island. So I think about things like that, and how much people in Puerto Rico hate the regime that's there. Or you look at Brazil, or what's going on in any country where you know people don't want to be there, but they still know the pride that you take and represent in your country. So like I said, I struggle with the idea, because I do think that I really don't know. Like I would want to go to the White House, like I said, like this is want to represent my country, but with the leader that's there, you know what I'm saying? So I do struggle with the idea. I do.
I feel like I agree with you, right? And then it's like on a professional level, like
You're representing your country,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
should
So
do it.
you shouldn't backhand your country just because you don't like the leader. Which, like I said, I see why people struggle with the idea, because I would. And people might say, F the country, which again,
Yeah.
you're in this country, so you can say that. In other countries, you can't say that. There's some things happen when you say things like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but when you talk about the Olympics, and that's why I just want to emphasize how I never try to look down upon Olympian athletes, because me personally, firsthand, I know how much it takes. And when you get there, man, like there was such a time difference in Athens. We had to wake up early just to watch it. Like, so I know what it means to people. So when people get that far in their life, and so I understand the sacrifice, and it's hard to sit there and say, I will represent my country, but I'm not going to go to the White House. That's not an easy decision to make either. You know, people may act like it is because you don't like the White House, but you're fighting as hard for your country.
But before Jordan jumps in, just really quickly, like, I think there is a difference because yes, I'm representing my country. Like I'm going to go to the WBC next week, right? I'm going to go see Team USA play.
You just dropped the ball.
I'm just going.
Nah, I didn't get that one in.
I'm going to see Team USA play baseball, right? And I love Team USA, whatever, baseball team, love it. But I think if we win or whatever, I'm gonna be proud, raise the flag, whatever, because this is my country, right? But I don't respect the leader that we have right now, so I won't go to the White House.
And again, I think that's fair. Like I the other day I stumbled upon me and Joe was having a conversation about soccer. So I stumbled upon the FIFA World Cup. Like there's some people talking about what do you call it, protesting the World Cup. There's people in America that are saying that. In Brazil, Colombia, they're not saying that. That's their everything. That's their thing. Like Venezuela, the dictator, they hate them, but they make the World Cup and they're gonna go that. You know what I'm saying? So I think America just has like the luxury of being able to say, I'm just gonna protest and not do it because that's how we get things done. Which is fine. But look at some of these other countries when it comes to the World Cup. That's the pinnacle. That's the cream of the crop. Like we are the best team in the world. Like that's it. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at some things like that in that aspect, when you talk about representing your country on your chest, you have to be prideful. That's what comes with it. Like you have, like I think it's your duty to also go before the if you want to call him a pundit or whoever he is or she that's representing the country as a president. You may hate it, but I think it's just one of the things that gets your job. You hate to do it, but you have to do your job.
Nah, for sure. Well, I'm gonna start off by saying shout out to Layla Edwards. Big W's over there, USA Women's Hockey.
First African American woman to
yes.
gold medal, that's what they say?
Yes. Yeah, that's right. Clock that T. But nah, like when it comes down to it,
that's my favorite drop.
Yeah. But when it comes down to it, like I feel like on both sides I respect the women for doing what they did, and I respect the men for doing what they did. Let me speak on the men first. When it comes down to it, like y'all said, as an athlete, you're not always guaranteed wins, especially when it comes down to like Olympic play, because there's so many teams.
And some of the people on that team that's gonna draw up. That's gonna be the only time they get to put the jersey on.
Like you might not be able to put that jersey on again, or you might not ever win a gold medal. So just the experience, like as a kid, you always wanted to be that person that goes up to the White House and go shake the president's hand or take a picture with the president. So I ain't never going like down them or talk bad about anybody that want to experience that. But then on the flip side, when it comes to the women and them deciding not to go see him, I understand. Like it's big controversy when it comes to the president and the comments that he make on women.
Yeah.
Like as far as
Did you hear what he said, Jordan?
About the women?
Go ahead and dabble in that a little bit more.
No. He was like, he called the men's team, congratulated them. He was like, congratulations, you guys won. I guess I have to now invite the women so then I won't look bad.
He said that?
So that's his tone of voice, but makes think he wanted to be a joke, but which I think as the president, the cameras are always on you, and if you're talking to him in the locker room, I'm for sure there's cameras on you and you're trying to say that. I think if it was a joke, missed time joke, whenever people say it's terrible.
Not only
and
that,
if you were being serious, again, as a president, we've said this numerous times, as a leader of the country, there's things you just don't say, and that's in that temple because these women, like I said, they sweat blood, sweat, and tears to represent the country and win. This is what they do. You know what I'm saying? Even though they've won numerous gold medals before, it doesn't take away. But still, you're never guaranteed to win any other Team USA men's basketball team. We've lost it when we think we're gonna win. You know what I'm saying? So I think, we don't have to talk about the type of person we all think Trump is because it goes without saying in this situation.
But that also plays a part of it because sometimes the comments you make, it also goes based off of your reputation. He has a bad reputation when it comes to how he's treating women or how he talks about women in public. Like whether it's grabbing them by and all that other stuff. like women already look at him in a certain light when it comes to certain things. At least like when you feel prideful when it comes to, at least when you feel prideful when it comes to like being a woman, you look at Trump a certain way. So just him making comments like that, you know,
right?
It just doesn't look good.
And he said impeached. That was the word. He's like, I don't want to be impeached.
Yeah, he did say that. He did say
so
that.
he was being funny, but
yeah, he was trying to be funny. But the joke missed. The joke missed. It wasn't funny. And you want to talk about other things that's not funny. We're talking about beef. Did you guys hear about the Michael Rainey and Paige Heard beef they got going on? What y'all think about that? I'm gonna play the clip real quick. Brittany, I want you to say first, being a woman on the panel. I want to hear your clock the tea and your thoughts. All right.
I'm planning my wedding.
Oh, how's that been?
It's fun.
Are we coming?
This is on the podcast for.
I think you guys would want to be
You
there.
already sent the invitations
Michael
out.
Rainey
That's
and
fucked
Paige
up.
Heard.
They come out in March.
Okay, Mike.
Okay, let me ask
That's
you something.
all right.
Now let me ask you both something, and don't laugh
All right,
and
all right.
don't try to divert.
All right.
When's the last time I spoke to you, Michael? Think about it. When's the last time I spoke to you, G? Before asking me about this podcast.
We talked like 3
Took off
4
the
months
call
ago.
first,
So
great.
we talk text
Please
message.
do.
Unfollow is crazy. Instagram.
Instagram is tripping. I love that comment.
Yeah,
that
shout out
was
to
a
Paige
Tariq
Heard,
comment.
bro.
Like that wasn't even him. That was Tariq talking.
Right.
Like,
That's a fact. Speaking of Tariq, I love the fact that everybody loves Tariq now. He's a changed
But I
man.
hate him.
But what do you think about that?
I mean, I feel her. Like, if I didn't speak to y'all in a while, why y'all think y'all getting invited to my wedding?
I think that's straight facts. And so there's multiple layers to this. I think it's clear that Paige Heard does the significant age gap. I think Paige Heard is like 33 and Michael
She's
Rainey is like 25. Yeah. So there's a huge age gap. But I think it's clear that Michael Rainey definitely had a thing for Paige Heard. Or they had a little entanglement once or twice, maybe, whatever the case may be. And she moved on, and maybe Michael Rainey did. And clearly, because once you kick somebody out to close friends, I think we all know you kick somebody out to close friends, bro.
No,
Like,
that's
you know what I'm saying? We all know that's the most passive aggressive way to say, yo, I ain't rocking with you right now. So when you look at that, and then you look at, she said, yo, I tried to speak to y'all at Fashion Week, and y'all dipped out with some ladies with some joints. She's like, all right, so I guess we ain't rocking with each other. Then you unfollow me on Instagram? You really ain't rocking with me. So why am I back to some other?
That's fine. I think they just wanted to show face. Like, oh, power up in here.
They just said two things can be true.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like it might not have even been a situation where they was talking with each other in the past, but he might have just had he's younger, so he might have just had a crush like with her because they've been working together and stuff
You
like
think
that.
it was just a crush, or you think he might have newborn baby up in that joint?
No. I think it was probably just like a crush, and she she got her NBA baller boyfriend. So
Shout out to her.
so yeah, it's a little different, especially that bag is a little
I was
different.
gonna say,
that
I mean,
that bag's
you might
a
have
little
got it, but
different
weddings
too.
ain't cheap, and
You know what I'm saying?
you know what I'm saying.
But
And
it's
even
just-
my foot cut you off, but even still, she said, yo, I was with my man at Fashion Week. I was gonna introduce you to my man, and y'all dipped off with some joints, like.
I'ma say, when y'all egos get hurt, y'all men be.
I don't know if that's an ego
I
thing.
don't know if that's an ego thing. I mean, it
It's
might
an
be.
ego
young
thing.
and I
His
got
feelings-
I think
the
that's the why
baddies
end thing.
with
I think that's what it is. Like,
Nah.
hey, don't do it, he get.
He could still
Yeah,
say what's up.
Oh, 100%.
No, he could for sure.
100%.
I mean, and I feel like that's probably just like the thing that is bad on his part that he ain't even say what's
Yeah.
up.
Cause now you
But
making it
on
look
the flip
crazy.
side, he got the baddies with him.
I mean, but it don't matter if the baddie that you want is getting married to somebody else. I think that's the gut punch.
And that's true. But now I don't want you. You getting married.
I mean, they shoot on the
So your
ball.
feelings
But
hurt.
look, this is the thing though. No, but this the thing though, right? I feel like sometimes people associate just because we got love interest on a show together with we might have love interest outside of the show together. But if you look at all the girls that's love interest with him on that show, they're either married or engaged.
Okay, so you think that they never had nothing going on like ever?
I don't think it was nothing crazy. I think it was more so like he's younger and he got a crush on the older girl that he has as a love interest.
Right. So then you can still like show face. Like, why are you kicking me out and following me? It's like, I think that's
He's
just
young,
so
bro.
No, I mean,
you never did some crazy stuff
Nah,
because you're
100%,
young, but you
100%.
just want to be petty because it's just like, yo,
100%. But they don't have on the podcast
Right.
because she's gonna address it.
he didn't know she was going to address that.
Why wouldn't she?
Well, they do a rundown like everybody else on the podcast.
Bro, There's no way you telling me you knew she was going to address that on the pod, bro.
His boy Giovanni asked the question. He knew he was going to ask the question.
What question Giovanni asked?
The question I just played the clip with, bro. Like that.
No way he asked that question.
He said what's new with you.
Yeah.
If you ask a girl what's new with her, first thing she gonna talk about is either her man or something going on with her.
Yeah, but you gonna talk about your marriage or your engagement, but he's not expecting her to be like, yo, y'all was acting funny because of it.
I see what you're saying. You didn't think you didn't expect her to go into detail like that.
Yeah,
but I mean, to be fair, he's worked with her for a couple years. He knows her in and out. He knows her personality better than the outside looking in knows. So I would think that she like don't play with me. She gonna on camera, off camera, she gonna be like, yo, don't play with me.
That's true.
And she definitely needed to say something. What he said? That was Instagram crazy.
Instagram crazy.
That comment had me. I'm not gonna lie. That was a good comment. That comment
It was well deserved for him.
100%. So let's move on from that, and we're gonna talk about something Aaron was discussing the other day with Baltimore Ravens, the NFL coming out and addressing that they made a couple mistakes. What do you think about that, Aaron?
Well, first, shout out to the Super Bowl Seattle Seahawks. Number two, we got our revenge on the Patriots, and I'm just very happy for that, man. But the Ravens,
New York City. Shout out to New York Giants.
Yeah,
shout out to
New York. Yeah, that was a good acquisition. But we ain't gonna talk about that. The Ravens, there was a couple close games that they lost this year, and one of them being I don't know if you guys remember. Likely, he stepped out. It was a touchdown. And they called it out. And you see it. It's like it's kind of close to touching the end of it or whatever. And like he was ruled out by the NFL, obviously. But they came back now after the season, after the Super Bowl, and said that it should have been a touchdown. And that's crazy to me. I've never heard that before. Have you guys heard that before?
Me personally, I think all of us here are avid sports fans and watch every Sunday. And I'm a diehard Falcons fan. So I think when you look at this, I'll take it. I mean, there's two perspectives here, right? Like as a professional athlete, if he was to come out 3 months later after our game happened and say, "Yo, we effed up," I'll be like, "Yo, bro, like you played in my face, like you did." Like the NBA does the memo the next day.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
And you don't make the playoffs because of these games.
That's one game. That's the one game that made the difference. They were 10-7.
Exactly.
Facts. They posted it in their face, played in their face. Supposed to be theirs. So now the Ravens is hating hard. And hating way too hard.
And to be fair, I mean, you can never say what will happen if the Ravens get that game. Maybe they make the playoffs, they make a run.
There's no Mahomes.
That's facts. But to be fair, I don't think anybody was beating Seattle this year, regardless of the fact of how good that they were. So, but I get as a professional athlete, like we just spoke about earlier, like you play to be the cream of the crop and get to that pinnacle where you respect yourself and all your teammates to compete for a championship. You never know what can happen. So to say that was robbed from you is out of your control, it will mess with me. I would be upset. And now as a diehard sports fan, if I was watching this, I would see this as, bro, it's 3 months later. There's no reason for you to tell me. You could have kept that news and like not even put it out there.
That's a big fact. Sure. That new recap, the NBA recap, we don't want to hear none of that. You made bad calls and that's why we lost the game.
Yeah. Don't get Jordan started because Jordan swears that it's scripted. He made a parlay. No parlays don't hit. It's a big parlay.
We know what FanDuel do.
It's a big problem. So speaking of problems, we got another problem in the Yo That's Crazy segment. In this segment, we talk about crazy things that's going on. We saw on social media and whatever the case may be. So the craziest segment we saw was Aisha Diaz. She was on the podcast. For those who don't know, that's Bow Wow's baby mama. And she made a comment, Brittany, again, we need your input on this one too. Not only women comments, but we always need your input. But in this topic, Aisha Diaz said some things that I think everybody should hear before I even dive on it. I'm gonna let it play.
Honestly, I'm spoiled.
No, as soon as they said it's sports, it's gonna be a ticket. Go ahead.
What's that mean? Just
what's that range?
Because it's good insight. Because we just have these hypothetical conversations all the time. But you're somebody you're like in the top 1% of girls that's actually you're exposed to that life, right? Like so. Yeah. What is you say you're spoiled? What does that mean?
Spoiled means I need you to be able to keep up with my lifestyle if you want to be with me.
What does that mean?
Ladies, take notes. Take notes, because it'll work on the simp. I have a lifestyle I expect to keep.
Myself, you should be able to do it for me too. And if I can't depend on you to be able to handle what I have on my plate, then there's no reason for me and me and you to be together, because that means you're gonna hold me back, and that means I'm gonna have to be looking out after you.
What about love?
What does that mean? Financially, what does that mean, though? What does that mean? What does that mean monthly? What does that mean? Roughly.
She needs
Numbers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like 45, 50?
$50,000 a month. So you need $50,000 a month.
What is true? I can give you the paperwork right now.
No, I'm not saying that you're not getting it. But hold on, you got a contract?
Listen.
You signed a contract? They signed a contract?
All right. So the last part of the segment, that's not taking out of context. All right. If you're a stay-at-home wife, obviously the man has to take care of the house. That goes without being said. Paying the bills. All right. The upkeep. We get that. I don't know no upkeep that's 50 bands a month, Brittany.
Honestly, like, maybe her lifestyle, maybe, but I don't know, I'm more independent, so it's like, if my man get it, he get it, but if he don't get it, I'm gonna just get it for myself, and I'm not gonna be mad at him, like, I'm gonna get it for myself, because if he wasn't in my life, I'm gonna get it, like, so, I don't know, I was always like, the girls that be like, oh, like, my man gotta have this, or he gotta, I'll be like, so what you got, like, what do you bring it to the table, like
that.
I mean, well, first off, let's say this. She's not his baby mother. That's just the ex-girlfriend.
Oh, my fault.
That's just the ex-girlfriend.
My bad.
But I kind of understand where she's coming from a little bit. Only a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. She work in a club, and if she's saying she make about $50K a month, and that's what she need for you to tell her to like stay home, then you gotta be able to fit the bill. If you can't fit the bill, I understand. But I mean, asking for $50K a month is wild. That's real crazy. But if you got the money to do that, and she's saying that's how much it costs to upkeep her life, I understand.
All right, before you even say that, right? I'ma agree with him. Hold on, hear me out. Because if you do have a certain lifestyle, like you brought up that you work in a club, okay. If you work in a club, if you're a stripper, bottle girl, whatever, you are bringing in money that
and I get that part in this whole saying, like,
was that the question though? Like,
it wasn't. But
wasn't that the question?
I get your
point. They asked her.
It wasn't because for her to stay home though. Like she's like, oh, she wasn't.
No,
saying
yeah, that's what she was saying.
She was saying she has to get 40,000 to stay home.
Yeah, like
I thought it was just like 40,000.
No, I think they was asking her
to date her.
Yeah, it was the date.
Yeah, but she's saying she said if you want me to stay home, I'm gonna need like $50K.
I'm gonna need 50,000 reasons why you think I'm giving you 50K.
I hear what he's saying. What he's saying is if she makes that on her own, and I date a man that's like, you don't need to work in the club no more, are you giving me that 50K so I don't work in the club?
Right, that's
different though. I don't think she's actually making the 50K. But what she said is, you gotta be able to cover her bills, which she's saying her bills is a lot. And then she gonna need extra money to spend, as in like get her hair done, keep her upkeep. Right. Yeah, if you want upkeep a woman, you gotta understand that's gonna be more than her bills.
Engines paying inflation prices.
Yeah, but
she's not. I don't think she's like. And I'm really trying. I don't know the woman, and I obviously I don't make $50,000 a month, but that doesn't mean I can't have an opinion on it. Like I don't think she's making $50,000 a month as a bartender. I think men are giving her that money. Doesn't mean that that doesn't make that your income just because someone's giving you the money. That's two separate things. You know what I'm saying?
And on your taxes that count.
I guess. But what like Brittany was saying, which I do agree to, like the old saying is, don't set the table if you already know the menu. So if she's already saying, yo, this is what it costs to keep me, all right, cool. Granted, I get it. And if someone wants to willingly pay that, all right, cool, I get it.
But I was gonna add on to that, and that was what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, that's definitely cool at what she's asking. You can ask for whatever you want. You can have all your preferences in the world. Doesn't mean I'm gonna be doing it. I'm not gonna be paying for it. I'm not gonna be the one that's doing that because I'm a regular civilian. That's one. So I wouldn't even be put in this situation. So I'm gonna take myself out. But if I had money, like a celeb or whatever.
It's tax brackets, bro. That's it.
It's tax brackets.
You playing tax brackets.
I don't put you on the spot, but I'm just curious. Brittany, don't say nothing. If he's lying, just make a face. What's the most you think you spent on a woman? Like on one single purchase?
Like in one purchase?
Oh, single purchase?
Single purchase.
Now you putting me on the spot, gang. There's like paying for like vacation count.
Anything, whatever.
I bet. So if we talking about in one single purchase, I would say it was about like 11,000. 11,000.
Where was this to, my guy?
It was we went to Mexico, Los Cabos for my birthday. And definitely got the upgrade to the villa. And then with everything in that one single day, it was like 11.
You mean like the entire vacation was like 11,000?
Yeah. The entire vacation, but it was like everything was bought in one day, basically.
This was for your birthday, you said?
Yeah, it was for my birthday though. But it was like a trip for both of us.
I like it, so I ain't gonna say nothing.
So like I didn't, like, you know, I wouldn't have spent that much money if I was totally, that 11K probably would have been like 1K.
I'm glad you
1K.
I like it. We ain't gonna say nothing yet, but I like it, so it's all good. But she's also not, she's not a choppy dog. She's a good woman, so I'm a...
Shout out to the good women.
Shout out to the good women. Clap it to you, Brittany. What about you, Ian? What's the most you ever spent?
The most I ever spent on a girl? In one purchase, 3 bands.
I don't know what that was. You refresh my memory.
What did I spend?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to know what I spent?
I mean, Jordan shared this.
I shared mine. I shared mine.
I bought her a customized Gucci bag.
Ooh.
For her birthday.
Okay.
So he's definitely spending that 50K if he got it.
That's a nice man.
I paused when I said if I'm a celebrity. You feel me?
Tax brackets.
It's different tax brackets. But yeah, that's the most I've ever spent. I could spend more, but I'm not gonna do that, you know. But
I mean, this is your one, like your significant other. I think.
Oh yeah. If it's the love of my life, she can give whatever she wants, you know.
That's fair.
What about you, Jay?
It wasn't 3K. The damn show wasn't 11. I don't even know, to be honest with you. I mean, I did the Morocco trip in Spain, but that was like, we like, it was like half and half type of thing. It wasn't like, I mean, but still, it was a large purchase.
So what's the price tag?
It was almost like $1,200.
He's not the one that's gonna spend the 50K, even if he got it.
Wait, let's flip the question though.
Yeah,
What's
for
the
sure.
most a female spent on y'all?
What's the most you spent on one of your guys first before we?
Brittany done came here and stood us up twice on 2 different occasions. I'm having a good time.
I'll say my recent purchase. I bought my boyfriend a Montclair jacket and hat.
That's nice.
For his birthday.
And what's the price tag on that?
The jacket alone was $3,000.
Yeah, that's not cheap.
Montclair 3,000?
Yeah.
So if you a guy, she definitely spent the 50K she got.
No, I'm not.
Definitely spent the 50K she got.
I'm not.
It's just all about tax brackets.
Kobe wear one season?
That's what it is. Like,
You know, my kids are mad expensive.
Clearly I'm not wearing the right jacket.
he said my little North Face ain't worth that much.
My North Face get me. I get you 3 or 4 seasons.
Yo, that's funny. Alright, we're gonna switch over to the next topic. That was funny though, man. So, no, not such a funny topic. We also want to discuss what's going on in Mexico right now. So, Jordan was discussing about, in the group chat, Jordan was talking about what's going on with the cartel in Mexico. So, inform us, Jordan, what's going on?
Well, in Mexico, they out there turning that country upside down. You got El Mencho's men. I think I can say his name on this, right? Yeah. You got El Mencho's men. They out there turning the whole country upside down. They got tanks rolling through the city, blowing up gas stations, blowing up houses. They just going crazy, and that's all.
Can you tell us why they're doing this?
Yeah, that's all because the Mexican army went in there and they killed El Mencho. Yeah, that's pretty much what it was.
So, I mean, I would dive in a little bit more, and he basically, once this the cartel leader was assassinated, the cartel said, "Yo, that's my brother." Similar to what T.I.'s family did, they did on a grander scale. They did on a grander scale with the armies, with the tanks and the big assault rifles. And I had a friend that was out there during this time. He was explaining to me, it was crazy, it was hectic. And so if you don't know, And if anybody hasn't been to Cancun or to that part of Mexico, actually, a lot. That was the most expensive I spent on the trip. I went to Cancun. That was like $2,500. I paid for that.
Look at that.
They get you a little bit more money spent from you.
Yeah.
But for those who don't know, when you go to Mexico and you take a taxi on that strip, and have you been to Cancun?
I've been to Cancun.
Yeah, so like once you land, you go to Cancun, you hop in a taxi or the bus, and there's only one strip that has all the airports. I mean, all the hotels and resorts. And I remember when I went that time, the taxi driver told me, when it gets crazy, the cartel, they'll block the sides of they'll block one end and the other end and say, nobody's making money. And so essentially they did that in a grander scale, though in Mexico this time, where they took over the airport, they were killing innocent people in the airports, and they were out there to prove a point, killing police. So whoever wanted to smoke was getting smoked at that point in time in Mexico. And the U.S. Embassy was like, yo, dog, I don't know how I'm gonna help you. I don't know what to tell you, but stay inside your resort.
Facts, lock in and shelter.
Are they still charging them? Like if they, say you was on a trip and you trying to leave, like you still getting
charged? I don't know how. That's actually a bad question, but I don't know how that went down.
Yeah. Once I get home,
I feel like no, but I'm saying he was never there.
I was held hostage. I couldn't leave. I couldn't send the SOS.
That's crazy.
Boys was stranded.
Some girl, lady on TikTok, she like tried to leave her resort. She was in an Uber, and a cartel like kicked her out the Uber.
Say word?
Blew up the Uber. She
posted
on TikTok. Like,
she did a story time. I said like was in danger.
Yeah,
she's
it was
crazy for the story time.
That would be a crazy story time.
Doing the story
Imagine
time.
you about to die, you pull out your phone like, wait, hold on, let me just record this. Like, what?
Your boys is there with an AK-47 in your face. You like, you out there. Rapido.
That's so crazy.
I can see it right now. My time with the cartel. Wait for part 2.
Surviving the cartels.
Surviving the cartels. That's crazy work. But no, so when you look at it, would you ever go back to Mexico again? If you heard about this?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I wanted to go back to Mexico this year. I saw that and I said, nope. We gonna have to find somewhere else to go because we not doing Mexico no more.
So I think it depends. To me, and not the similar situation, but y'all remember when DR had that scare about the water where everybody was dying. Like y'all remember that vividly. Me and Ant was like, what? They got a free trip to Cancun? Not free, but we spent like $600 round trip.
Yeah, we went.
All inclusive. We was like, yo, we out there.
Y'all was in DR?
We was drinking the water and all.
Spike.
Risking your life. It's crazy.
Had a great time.
We had a phenomenal time. We was out there. We was like, yo, we going. We went there like the year before that. And he was like, yo, it's only like $600. So this is before I was going to the academy. They was like, we was looking at what we wanted to do because we wanted to take a trip.
Yeah, I was in college.
Yeah, we was like, yo, like they got DR for like $600 round trip. We was like, yo, why is it so cheap? And that's when we looked and we saw like everything else going on with the water and stuff like that. We was like, alright, nigga.
Let's go.
We came from the project. I think I could afford some water. I was like, I done been through worse in my life.
Best time.
You know what I'm saying? But
Oh yeah, but speaking about DR, shout out DR. Happy Independence Day to my fellow Dominicans.
Dale. That boy. Hoy sí, bebé. He's fluent in the Espanol. Now, speaking of topics that's on a more of a serious note, in the Yo That's Crazy segment, we have what happened there recently at the BAFTA Awards between Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo. For those who don't know, I don't know the actor's name who has the Asperger's, who had the outburst, and my apologies to him. But for those who don't know, while Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo were presenting an award, the gentleman who had the Asperger's did have an outburst where he said the hard R. But
I definitely seen that on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So what do you got? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I just feel like, is that the first way you thought of? Like, I mean, no disrespect, right? Because I do work with people people that have disabilities and things like that. So I'm very, sensitive and
yes. All those things.
Yeah. So what I'm saying right now is really like just how does that work? Like I want to study into like why was that the first thing?
So I have to speak for myself. I've encountered people with Asperger's, and I know they do say some outlandish things, and I know people say, well, why in this particular reason did he say that word? And for some people, it does feel like it's because he was already thinking that. And I think him himself, he was super apologetic. Not the BAFTA awards, I think they were completely, played in people's face with this whole thing happening. And for those who don't know, just a little bit more insight is, so like we're doing this podcast where it's not live, we can edit some things out. So the BAFTA, they're not live, there's a 2-hour delay. That means they have a 2-hour span where they could bleep something out. And for those who don't know, there was a award that was presented where they made a statement about Free Palestine and this whole Iran thing. They took that out. So now when we look at it, it's like if you could take that out, why you didn't take this out? You know, they 100%.
Yeah, I just want to make a correction. It was Tourette's.
Tourette's.
Tourette's. So Tourette's is like basically like they can't control their motor system.
Correct.
So they're like
they don't have a censor. There's no censor.
Any words that are I guess in their head or just like in their vocabulary, it comes out. And
that's where the problem lies.
Yeah, and like I guess as the medical professional here,
what do you call himself?
The medical professional.
How are you a medical professional?
The medical professional.
We'll reveal that at a later time. We're gonna be here for a minute, so
shout out to everybody in the medical field. We love you, baby.
For sure. But I think just like with the Tourette's syndrome, yes, it's an interesting, like, I guess, disorder, right? But I just don't get how that word comes to your mind first, right? Or just any curses, like with Tourette's, they curse. They say any curse. So it's not just the N word. So I don't think it's a negative. Like I don't think that person negatively said it racially, but I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest with you. My take on that situation is, I don't know if it's the popular one, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like, I mean, obviously I don't know what it's like to have Tourette's, but I feel like with Tourette's, the words that come to your mind or that's in your head at that moment is probably what is shooting out. So the fact that, you know, these two prominent black actors is on stage to give this award, and that just is the first thing that shoots out of your mouth is crazy. Not only that, but BBC didn't even try to edit that out, which made it kind of crazy because they have the ability to edit it out. They chose not to, and then just chose to give a fake apology at the end of everything.
I think that's where my anger really lies. How the BBC like went through this in BAFTA, like they had the capability to, like I said, there's a 2-hour delay, tape delay, where they could definitely edit it out. And you even saw it where one of the people I saw on the cast or the crew of the BAFTAs, a black individual, I don't know his name, forgive me, but he resigned after that. He was like, yo, I'm not dealing with this because they had, because he saw it in real time where they edited out when the Palestine statement was made. They was able to edit that out, and now you hear this in the background, somebody dropping the N-word, and you're like, yo, but you let that play? And shout out to, I want to do one thing though, shout out to Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo for just being the ultimate definition of professional. That's the ultimate representation of being professional.
Yep.
You get through it, you have a job, as uncomfortable as it is, and then you don't show up again. I could guarantee you, whatever I make in my career, it will not be bad.
Yeah, and not only that, like, I'm not going to even make it seem like I know enough about Tourette's to say anything about John Davison, but
that's the actor's name?
Yeah, that's the actor's name. But what I am going to say is I'm not going to watch that movie.
That's fair.
They're not getting no bucks from me. No coins.
That's fine, yeah.
That's the right way to go about it. All right, as we said, we're into our last topic. Brittany, I'm going to get your ideas on this one. So we have this relationship segment we want to talk about, speaking of social media. So what we was discussing was, well, what we're discussing is when everyone knows that you're single on social media after a breakup. What do you think that is? How do you really feel about that?
I feel like, I'm not going to front, my best friend probably going to laugh at me because she knows when I'm single. Joelle, you be knowing when I'm single on social media.
Don't put me on thing like that.
Don't Don't put all her business in the street.
Nah. I'm gonna be honest. I'm talking about myself, right? So when I'm in a relationship, I respect my relationship, right? So like, you're not gonna see me partying or like dancing on someone or like, you know, just outside turning up at 3 a.m. I could do that. However, when I'm in a relationship, like, I'm not doing that. If I am at a party, my man is there or something like that. But when I'm single, you're gonna see all types of crazy posts. Some of the posts that's in close friends may accidentally, you know, go into public view or whatever. I feel like all females do it though. Like, you want that attention, like, you know, like, yeah, I'm single, what's up?
I feel like at times for certain women, if I'm wrong, correct me, but I do feel like for women, especially now, attention is their currency. That is the way that they go about it. Like, if you get the attention, it is the currency that you desire. It's how you make.
It depends on what type of attention.
All press ain't good press.
I agree. However, I feel like women know what's supposed to get who they want attention.
I agree with that.
That's definitely true as well.
Yeah, like women know what's supposed to get who they want attention. So, like, you know, if you single or whatever like that, you gonna want that one guy that you cut off for a long time ago because you was in a relationship or whatever. You gonna know what to do to get his attention.
First, they gonna unblock that. They gonna unblock him first, just so he can see the story, because he always gonna be quiet. He gonna be waiting like, yo, I know eventually she gonna let me see that story.
He be waiting.
Good. Time waits for no one.
So, and even to touch on that a little bit more, when you discuss being single and you're posting, you mentioned going out. We had this conversation a few weeks ago, me and my boys. Like, if you're dating someone, you're in a relationship, what's too many times to be going out with your boys?
I don't know. I'm not a typical, like, I'm not a normal girl. Like, if my man wanna go out, and then you come home later, like, cause if you going out, I'ma find one of our girls to go out with too. Like, that don't mean I'ma be out wilding cause you out. Like, you out, I'ma go out, or I'ma chill and wait for you to come home. Like, I'm not one of those girls that's like, you can't go out, you can't do this. Like, I'm not.
So if he's going
I can agree. That's what she's
yeah, like.
So if he's going on every night, that's not a real
fact. I mean, every night kind of crazy though.
Yeah, every night is wild.
I'm gonna agree with that too. Every night kind of crazy.
What's the average time you go out? You yourself.
So I personally feel like my number is, and it's not gender neutral. It's both genders.
Okay.
I feel like if someone's going out more than like 5 or 6 times in a month. I'm not talking about like happy hour. I'm not saying, oh, I'm grabbing happy hour with my colleagues. I get that. That's a little more. I'm talking about, there's only 4 weekends in a month. So you went out every single weekend. Okay. And then another 2 more times you going out. And I'm not talking, when I say going out, I mean you're going to a club, you're going to a bar.
Okay.
There is alcohol at this particular event, wherever you're going. There's alcohol, there's men, there's out past 2 a.m. There's too much going on. I'm not hearing from you. Like, there's a lot going on. You get what I'm saying? At some point, I think, like you said, you gotta respect your relationship. And if you're going out,
and not only that, but like, you also gotta respect yourself, especially the fact that you are in a relationship. Like, you gotta understand. Like, first off, like, if you're a girl and you got a guy, you shouldn't be drinking to the point where you're getting drunk. You shouldn't be drinking to the point where somebody else got to take care of you. And you should understand where you are always and be able to contact your man or, like, you know, the people that you with always. So that's one thing you just got to carry yourself.
I got mad rules.
I mean, that might be mad rules, but I feel like that's like stuff that should be given. Like, you got to just understand you can't put yourself in a situation where somebody could take advantage of you. Especially if I'm not with you. If I'm with you, that's different. You know, get drunk, whatever. I'm gonna make sure you get home. You my girl.
And to piggyback off of that slightly, like, I mean, Aunt knows this, but I don't share my location with my girl or any of my girls. I'm not really for the shit. Nah, I don't do that.
Why?
The streets.
What's your reasoning?
You don't gotta know where I'm at. Yeah, I feel like that's a little invasive. Like, I don't really like doing that.
I share my location with my man.
That's shout out to him. I ain't gonna say his name, but shout out to that man, bro. So he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's playing his part.
I've been in both sides of that though. Like I've been in relationships where I have shared location, and I've been in relationships where I haven't, and I don't think it matters.
You're saying I'm still saying.
Yeah, I'm still saying, so I don't think it matters.
He talking about he don't think it matters, but he shares location with me though. And then
Bro, put all your business in the street.
I don't care where you know where I'm at.
Nah, I feel like I don't know. Like I watch my best friend location more than my man. I ain't gonna fight. Like I be like, where she at?
Man, that's a female, so I kind of get that like territorial. Like yeah, that's my. I want to make sure that she okay. When it's your, I feel like when it's your significant other, it's like I'm watching. I want to know where they at. Like
I feel like some girls are like that, right? But it's the girls that don't want their man. Like you see how some girls be like, all he want to do is play video games.
So that means
video games.
So that means they don't trust their man, that they're looking at this GPS thing of them.
But then
I
the
don't
trust
think
could
it's
come
a
from
trust
the
thing.
men's
I don't really
doing
think it's
something.
You don't think it's a trust thing?
No, because like if I check my girl location because she outside, I'm not with her, so I want to make sure I know where she at. Because if something happened, I need to go get her. No, like if something happened, I need to go get her.
But did you ask her?
What, like for her location?
No, like you saying, like you just saying randomly, you're like, oh, I wonder what my girl's doing right now, right?
Nah, let's say like, all right, I know she's going to this party, right?
She's gonna tell you where she's going.
Yeah, she's telling me where she's at, right? If I go like, all right, let's say party start at like 11 o'clock. She at 11 o'clock. Now it's like 2 a.m.
She hasn't hit you up since 11 a.m. I mean 11 p.m.
Whether she hit me up or not, I just look to be like, oh, all right, boom, she good.
But you looking because she hit you
why are
up.
you looking if she hit you up?
Oh, if she hit me up, that's fine. That's fine if she hit me up.
Yeah, so then you don't have to look.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. If you look, you shall find.
If you're looking, that means just ask them. Just ask the person, like, oh, yeah, what are you doing?
No, yeah, you still ask like, yo, are you good? Everything okay?
Good? Everything, yeah. And then if I don't hear from them, yeah, I'm gonna check. But like,
alright, that makes sense. So I would say that then. Like, if you ain't hear from them in a little while, then you might check to see where they at. Yeah. Or you better hope she don't tell you that phone died though.
Oh my.
The phone died.
That phone died kind of crazy. Why your phone dying?
No matter where you at.
I know how that new phone battery work now. That should last all day now.
That's crazy. Nah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like everybody has different levels of like respect and loyalty. So, like for me, I don't got nothing to hide. I share my location with Joelle. So it's like I ain't hiding anything. Like,
good character. I like that. That's what's up, man.
I am the friend that everybody shares the location with. Cause they know I come through like John Wick for my people.
That's what's up, man. I don't know. I feel like, and it might be just a me thing, clearly, because everyone's relationship is different. And I've never shared my location with a significant other. I just never felt. I always felt that was like invasive. Like,
have you had someone ask you?
Actually, like I've had someone ask me like through like a regular like conversation, like, yo, how do you feel about sharing your location X, Y, and Z? Like, are you cool with that? Yeah, like I've had like those type of questions asked to me, but I never had someone text me like, yo, I'm going out with my boys we're going to Long Island. Oh, share your location with me. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yo, but look, this is the crazy thing though, right? Cause like to go off your like what you just said, you feel like it's invasive to share your location with your significant other, but you don't feel like it's invasive to share your location with your boys?
Nah, because I ain't sleeping with my boys. I'm not sleeping with my boys. Like,
I mean, I'm just saying that, like, females would look at that and they'll be like, yo, that's crazy.
What do you mean by that?
I'm just saying. I'm not saying I share my location with my significant other, but I mean, if she asked me, I'd be like, alright, it is what it is. There's been times where, like, you go on vacation, you share your location just because.
I mean, vacation, I think, is a different story. Like, if I'm on vacation with my significant other, we're in the
No. I'm saying, like, I'm on vacation, she's not on vacation. I'll share the location.
Like, you're in like Mexico, and she's back in the Bronx.
Yeah. Like, I've shared my location.
Is she gonna fly to Mexico and come save you?
Maybe. So but if it's something that would ease her mind to just know that I'm in fucking Jalisco somewhere and she don't know where that is, but she just like, I see the dot. I see the dot.
Don't say it,
Yo, y'all ain't shit.
Wait, so how do y'all post on social media? Like y'all active? Because you know some men, okay. So what's the difference? How is your posting different from when you're single and in a relationship?
I guess. When I'm single, I'm still posting whatever I want, but now it's a filter to it. Whereas I'm not posting like at a party dancing on a girl, right?
Okay. When you're single, you're not doing that?
Well, I probably still wouldn't do that if I'm single.
Okay.
But like, I don't know, like it's different. It's a different perspective and different like just stuff that I'm doing. Like for instance, like my last ex or my last 2 exes ago, whatever. They my friends were telling me, they was like, oh, you're not with your ex anymore? And I was like, no. How could you tell? They was just like, oh, all your pictures with her were gone, like off your social media. I had like a couple, like 1 or 2 maybe, right? And then you didn't post in the same places you were before. And I feel like that. But yeah, it's just like I'm definitely posting differently when I'm single compared to when I'm in a relationship. You just have to be watching me.
I mean, for me, I would say like if I'm in a relationship, you're probably not gonna see me post, and I you're not really gonna see me post. But if I'm single, you know, I gotta show something. I'm gonna pop out. I'm gonna be like, yo, let me show the fit today. Cause I know somebody gonna be watching the shit.
Yo, by this point, I already added someone's social media under the lower third. If I look on his page, I'm telling you he's lying.
What you mean? When's the last time I posted on my social media?
You don't.
I mean, I don't watch
exactly.
it. But
I think you did post like a picture of yourself a couple of days ago, like.
Oh, I did. But that was like stepping out. Like if I'm stepping out, you know, you gotta show the fit.
From me being on your social media, I think you post like if you out sometimes, like if it's something like you excited
I
for.
think with Jordan, you would never know if he's single.
Yeah.
Which is again, and to be clear,
yeah,
like to be clear,
that's what you go incognito.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Like you don't make social media life, so there's nothing.
Exactly.
There's nothing. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like I wasn't trying to like shit on you or be like funny. I was just saying you don't know when Jordan's like dating somebody.
You don't know what he's doing anything.
Yeah, that's true.
James Bond, basically.
Yeah, like there's nothing wrong with that. And some people, I think, when you look at the day and age that we're in, for some people, even though it's not their reality, social media is their reality. That's like what they look at for everything. Let me check this. When you first meet somebody, or you like when you got like that crush, the first thing that 9 or 10 times you're gonna, let me go on her social media. Let me see what she really like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think we look at it like that. Now, when you talk about me, I think Ant would agree. Like you don't really know if I'm dating somebody. Like with my last ex, she got a post like I posted her, but aside from that, like if I'm at, I think sometimes I said something funny.
He want to talk about he posted her. Let's be honest, he was hiding her from the world forever. Forever.
I'm gonna move on. He's being hella messy. Anyway, I'm gonna say that when you post, like, when you post somewhere like a beach or something, I think naturally everybody's gonna be there with their significant other. Like, you don't have to post up, like, we're all adults here. I think you can read between the women who aren't raising in your business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Type of thing. So
mind your business.
Yeah, I think that's usually what it is. But I also think that some people's love language, apparently, for now in this day and age, is they need that constant reassurance that if you don't, like I had an ex ask me, well, why don't you post me? I mean, because it's not my thing.
Facts. A lot of for what it is like a lot of women like to live in like this fantasy world. Like we gotta be social media official, or we gotta live up to like some of the memes and stuff like that they post, especially like Justin LeBoy. Everything gotta be about like a Justin LeBoy meme, but like that's not real life. That's not reality. So, you know.
I mean, I also think when you factor in, I think for some women, and Brittany, you can speak on this, is that they want that reassurance that like, all right, if he posts me, that makes it official. But we all here know that a dude could post you and still be cheated. Like it don't make no difference. It doesn't make a difference. A woman, There's times, Brittany, and we all know women like this. 100%. Like I was about to say, I will make this. Yeah, like there's some people out there, like I'm talking about women because I'm into women. But when you look at it, they want you more because you have a girlfriend. Oh, he must provide. He must. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that with some women that makes you more attractive.
It does.
That's true. Because it's like, hold on. He just took her where? To Spain. Hold on, he got money.
He just spent $11,000 on Cancun. He got money.
This guy. What was it even kid?
He was messy first, so you had to get right.
He put me on the floor.
Nah, I think it's more of like it's women want to be goals, the relationship goals, and it's like that's not the reality of things. Like these celebrities that be, women want to be their relationship goals for. It's like at the end of the day, like they either end up breaking up or it be like some crazy stuff happening, and then everybody be like, oh no.
And then you see them like I can't stand when I see women on Instagram with this story time. They be, oh, let me tell you what happened, and then they're crying. Like you know what type of I'm not trying to be insensitive, but like to cry while you're being recorded and then posted. Where's your father?
Cringe.
Where is your father? Because that is insane. About the father. Where is your father? That's insane. Brittany, yes or no? See or no?
I'm a girl's girl. However.
Yeah, not every girl's like that.
Yeah, not every girl.
I didn't say every girl. I'm just.
Yeah, like I don't know, like girls be doing stuff and I be questioning them sometimes. Like it be for the attention, but then I gotta come for the guys because y'all be quick to slide in the DMs when y'all see that. Not y'all in particular, but.
Oh, you mean like the vulnerability? Like
yeah, like guys be ready to.
Let me heal you.
Yeah, like guys be ready.
Let me heal you goes crazy, by the way. That's a crazy line. That's what he said. I ain't gonna lie, that might be throw it in the archive. Might need to use that one day.
No, but like guys be ready to see that stuff and it's a quick slide in the DMs, and I'm not gonna say they manipulated the guy, but sometimes they wanted to catch that guy.
If she's vulnerable, and I think it's two things can be true. I think if a woman wants to message you, she's going to message you if she's single or not single. I don't think anyone plays a part, but I do believe that when a woman is vulnerable, she's more inclined to make more questionable decisions, which led to single in the beginning. And the same thing goes for men. I think some men do have terrible dick management where they put themselves in positions where they know they shouldn't be, and then that posting up clarity clicking real quick. Boy, you ever had that joint kicking? You just like, yo. I text Aunt real quick like, yo, bro. You have my location. Why you didn't call me?
Why you ain't stop me? You saw where I was going. Talk about looking at locations.
You get what I'm saying? So I think social media escalates to things getting messy real quick, especially once you're in a position where you're constant. There's some people we all know where they're in a relationship, they have to post their significant other. Like they have to post like everything that they're doing
because they're like showing off.
Yeah, and I think to me when I see that in my head, I'm like, this is not gonna last.
No, for
it's
sure.
It's like there's too much. You're trying to prove too much to everybody else that you got something going on. Yeah. Like the most successful marriages that I know is they're like you don't even know they're that.
Like you can even take some of the YouTubers, like some of the YouTubers that are like the couples and stuff like that. Their marriages always end up in like turmoil, bad divorces.
I mean, when you're
this person doing this, you know what I'm saying?
So, I think that you could post your significant other, or you could let it be known that you got a significant other on social media. That don't mean you gotta post them every time, or the person don't have to be a secret. Like, you could. It's what you feel like, and then you gotta have that understanding in your relationship. Like,
now, do you think people actually do have that security? Like, I personally think like there's women that I encounter like if my man don't post me, I can't be with him. He's hiding me.
My man don't post me, and I be posting him sometimes.
But I ain't gonna say his name, but I'm starting to like this dude.
You speak a Corey.
Good dude. Joe, am I lying though? Like that's how I am. Like that's why I'm saying like I'm different. Like literally, Joel knows. Like me and my best friend, like we different. Like we don't care about stuff like that. Like. I ain't gonna front. If I see a girl with a fat butt, I'm like, yo, look, her shit fat. Like, you know, like, I know a lot of girls. I don't know if it comes.
Shout out to the best friend. Go best friend.
Nah, like, I know a lot of girls that, like, they be, like, they don't want their man to do anything. Like, they just gotta sit there. Like, no, like, I always tell my man, like, I want you to be yourself, like, cause I feel like don't shape up or switch up for me, cause I'm not gonna shape up or switch up for you. Like, I mean, you know, like just be yourself.
That's
like,
a little crazy.
No.
I understand, but that's a little crazy the way you said it.
Okay, let me rephrase. Like, don't change who you are for me. Meaning, like, yes, have your respect, have your loyalty in a relationship, but still hang out with your friends, still do, like, I want you to be the same person that you are. Like, granted, you're going to be different with me, like, you're going to be a protector, different things like that, but at the same time, like, just be yourself. Like, don't make it seem like you don't like something because you're in a relationship. Like, as long as you're respectful and you're loyal, like, I don't care about all that other stuff.
I think that's you're the exception, not the rule. I think that's the best way to do it.
That's what they clock that T.
Alright, we're gonna move on to our last segment where we're gonna just discuss our movie recommendations for the week as movie and TV shows. As there's a lot of things out. Brittany, you was telling us about a movie earlier.
Oh yeah, it's called Cop Shop on Netflix. It's pretty good. It's calm. Like, it's nothing crazy. It's about basically like these two cops or whatever. A guy, how can I explain it without telling details? A guy basically like is mixed up in some business, and not the cartel's after him, but some people are after him, and he basically gets himself locked up on purpose, and the people that are after him also get themselves locked up, and they end up like, it's a whole big thing that goes on while they all locked up. It's pretty cool.
Thumbs up or thumbs down? That's what's up. We're gonna get to that. What you got, Johnny?
I guess I'm gonna just give a shout out to the show. Season 2 of Cross just came out. Interested in seeing how the season continues.
No, that's the movie channel. Perry did a show, a movie for that too.
It's like Detective Cross. It's like a detective.
Crossover.
No, it's called Cross.
No, I'm thinking about crossover. That's a throwback.
But season 1 kind of lost me. Like the first season was good, but like the last 2 episodes, I was like, it could have ended 2 episodes ago. But it was good. But I actually forgot it started. That's a good one. I'm definitely gonna go with season 2 of Paradise. I know some people had mixed reviews with the first episode, but me personally, I love the first episode. It reminded me of This Is Us, who the creator of Paradise is. But I'm a big fan of Paradise in season 2. What you got here?
Yeah, I just felt it was just mad random. Just like the way they started that season.
Talking about Paradise, right?
Yeah, but season 2, just the way they started, it just felt mad random. Like I understand the director's approach, but like, especially from like what we seen last season, it was just like, what's this?
Because it was such a cliffhanger, so now
yeah, it was just like, all right, what's this? But it rounds up at the end of the episode, which is good too. But yeah, I mean that's the only thing I'm watching too. So Paradise, I'm watching Grey's Anatomy. Shout out to my medical show.
Oh, rest in peace.
Yeah, I love Grey's. I'm gonna finish that.
60.
What's his name that passed away?
Oh yeah, shout out.
Mr.
McSteamy. Dane, Eric Dane. Yes, him. He had ALS and he passed away.
Did y'all watch his documentary?
I didn't watch it. No.
Yeah,
I saw it on Netflix. I saw it, but I didn't watch it.
For my anime fans, we'll watch that JJK. Maki was just doing some damage over there. Y'all going to enjoy.
My boyfriend does. So I did go see that Demon Slayer movie.
That's what I'm saying, Britt. You on our side now. You watch anime too.
Oh, I see what happened. I see what happened. So you got somebody another anime person.
That's what he did.
I don't watch it though, y'all. I only seen Demon Slayer the movie, so he can't get me into that.
It's not wrong with anime. Just it's not my thing.
I mean, as an adult, why are you watching cartoon?
Anime typically has better storylines than all the shows that these people are talking about.
Things should be true. But that's our show for this week, y'all. We're gonna wrap it up. We'll be back next week. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Any last words? What you got?
Hey man, go Seahawks.
Anyway, Jordan, what you got, big bro?
Yo, everybody be safe and we off this.
All right, y'all. Brittany, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. Take care. See y'all later.